Hi, I'm Nikki from Find Me Crafting. One of my favorite things to make and give away as gifts are customized, personalized pens. And today I want to show you my absolute favorite, the best pen. That's what I'm going to tell you is they are the best pen. Let me tell you why. First off, you can add a ton of glitter and shine. Look at that baby sparkle. You can add whatever saying or phrase that you want. You can add decals so you can have characters. How about Bluey with that fun glitter background? The possibilities are absolutely endless for what you can add to a pen. I've added my logo and my husband's logo to pens. I've been using this style of pen. I've been making my own for years. They are a wider sort of barrel. It makes it very easy to hold. They write really smoothly. They don't have any of those little ink blobs that drive you absolutely insane while you're writing. When you run out of ink in one of these pens, and you will because you're going to reach for it each and every time, they have refills. The refills come in a multitude of colors, and that means that these pens will just live forever. And while they look like epoxy or resin, they have this fantastic shine and of course the glitter, they're not. They're better because these are made with Crystalac products. They are non-toxic, low fume. They don't have all the chemicals in it that mean you have to wear a ton of personal protective equipment or work outside in a well-ventilated area. These are much safer to make, in my opinion. I have given a ton of these away. I've given them to adults, teenagers, kids, men, women. They are universally loved. And if you want to give them away too, I have a free printable care card that you can include with them. You can package them up. They look very professional and polished. And while you can use a cup turner to make these, you don't have to. I will show you how to make these pens with no turner. Come on, I'll show you how. Let's talk about what you're going to need for supplies. You are, of course, going to need some pens. These are the Papermate InkJoy gel pens, and they do come in packs of just black. They come in a multi-pack of colors. I'm going to be using these that are brights. These write on light and dark paper. I will say that when you are done, this tip portion of the pen will still be visible. So I try to coordinate whatever design I'm putting on the pen with this color because you will be able to see it. You're going to need the top coat. This is Crystalac brand Grand Finale Fast Dry Tumbler Coat in High Gloss. I think they do sell this in a matte, so it's not shiny. I like the shine, so that's what I use. And I do keep mine in one of these cheapy condiment bottles, so it's easier to apply. I lost the cap, so you get this attractiveness right here. You're also gonna want some of the Crystalac clear glitter glue for attaching your glitter. You're going to need at least one paintbrush for the glitter glue, and if you're applying paint to your pen, you would need a paintbrush for that as well. You need a way to let your pens dry undisturbed, so you can use a cup turner. You're probably also going to want one of these adapters that looks all weird like this. I have rubber bands on mine. The cup turner that I use, I bought from Etsy years ago, and it is no longer sold. That shop is not open anymore. I do have a link down in the description box for a very similar looking cup turner, and it does come with one of these. I'm not sure if you call it a pen adapter. That's what I call it because that's what I use it for, but with these grooves here in the side of the foam, you will need one of these, or you will need a sort of drying station like this, a way to put your pens in these holes and let them dry upright. For each pen that you're creating, you will need a pencil or a dowel. And I believe this is a 1/4 inch diameter dowel. It just needs to fit inside the barrel of the pen. I like pencils, honestly. They're all about the same length and they're easy to use, but either will work. And if you create a drying station like this, you just need to puncture holes in the side of your foam that are about equal distance apart so that you can stick in multiple pens or dowels without them touching as they dry. So once you buy the foam, you just stab the pencil into the hole and it's ready for use. You're also going to need glitter in whatever color that you want to use on your pens. I am using all extra fine glitter. You can use chunky glitter for this. You can use any size glitter you want, but in order to make it smooth, to fill it in with top coat, you will need more coats of the top coat if you're covering chunkier, bigger glitter. So I like the extra fine glitter because the process is faster. I get to apply less coats. If you are applying a color of glitter that is different than the color of your pen, the easiest way to cover it is to paint the pen barrel itself the same color as your glitter. That way, if you can see through any of the glitter, if there's any little gaps, what you're going to see is the same color as the glitter versus a different color like this black. If you need to paint your pen barrel, if you're going to use a different color, you're going to want some of this. This is really fantastic. Crystalac Flippin' Awesome. This is just pure white paint. And if you're going for a light color, you could just paint it white, or you can add some of the Crystalac brand color concentrates. You add drops of the various colors to your Flippin' Awesome. You mix it up. You can create pretty much any shade. You can color match to whatever color your glitter is. It's kind of the most addictive process ever. You can also buy a number of colors that are pre-made in this Flippin' Awesome paint. That is the easiest option. I liked this option because it gave me endless varieties of color. You can also use spray paint to paint the pens. I will say though that with all of the Crystalac products, with the top coat, if you use spray paint, you need to wait 48 hours for it to off gas before you can start layering other products on top of it. Totally works. It looks great at the end. I just get impatient. I don't want to wait the 2 days. So I prefer the Crystalac products themselves, but you can use spray paint. You're going to need some sandpaper. I use a 220 grit to prepare my pen. And when I'm sanding top coat layers, I use a 400 grit. You're also going to need some rubbing alcohol. I like to apply that with coffee filters. They're cheap and they don't leave fuzz behind. You need some tiny little plastic cups for mixing up any color if you are painting your pens. You're going to want some wooden craft sticks or popsicle sticks just to stir your paint while you're mixing it up. You will need a dust mask anytime you're sanding, just like you would for sanding anything else. And as for designs themselves, you can use UV DTF transfers. These are nice and easy. They go on like a sticker. They have all this beautiful color. So these are really phenomenal. I did order these from one of the websites. They are smaller than I would have liked. I didn't realize they were this small. I'm going to use them anyway, but they are smaller. I'm going to have to individually place these items versus just applying these all in one fell swoop like I will with the one that's the right size. Or you can do designs with a Cricut or Silhouette, in which case you would need some vinyl. I'm using permanent vinyl and some transfer tape, a weeding tool, a standard cutting mat. I do recommend that whatever surface you are using, you have covered it with something you don't mind throwing away, because if you drip any of the top coat, once it dries, it is rock hard. It is solid. It's not coming off. So I use Dollar Tree or just really inexpensive plastic tablecloths. And when they get gross enough, I throw them away. To get your pen ready, you do need a wire cutters and also a Cricut True Control blade or X-Acto knife. To get your pen ready to go, we need to remove some pieces. So you want to start by having sort of a safe place. I use this little box where I'm going to put all of the pieces I'm about to take off this pen. So you unscrew the tip and put that in, pull out your ink, and if you tip it over and tap, the clicker and this white piece will come out, and you just keep those safe for the end. Now we need to remove the clip on your pen. So you want to grab your wire cutters. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be using the wire cutters in my right. I'm going to hold the end of the clip with my left, and then you put your wire cutters kind of at the base of the clip and just squeeze. And it'll pop right off. If you don't hold it with your thumb on your other hand, this will go flying. You will find this piece months later somewhere in whatever room you're working in. Next up, we need to grab a True Control blade or an X-Acto knife. You want to remove the base of that clicker that you just cut off, and underneath where it was sitting there is a little bump of plastic. We have to just shave those off. And if you're having difficulty with this step, try switching out your blade, because that's what I just did. I mangled my first one because I had a really dull blade. It doesn't need to be completely smooth. You just want most of it off. It looks like that. And then you want to remove this on the back side too, the paper mate symbol, because it is raised up. So we want to shave that off as well. And once again, it's not going to be smooth. That's okay. Next up, put on your mask. And we are just going to rough up the outside of the pen barrel. We are not trying to sand down any of these little holes or sand off the spot where you cut off the pen. I do try to remove the logo here on this smooth portion of the plastic, just because I know that means it's been sanded pretty well. But we are just roughing up the outside of the pen barrel. Don't forget to get this end part because it is kind of beveled inward. You want to make sure you sand this part as well. Next, you want to insert your pencil or a dowel into the bottom of the pen, and from here on forward, use that as a handle. Now wipe off all of the dust and oils from your fingers using rubbing alcohol and a paper towel or a coffee filter. I want to make this pen in Dr. Pepper colored glitter, and I'm going to try to paint this a very similar shade of reddish pink so that it matches underneath this glitter. I put some Flippin' Awesome paint into one of the little cups and then added drops of the color concentrates until I had the perfect shade. And now I'm just going to brush that all over my pen. And this paint will also have to dry for 4 hours before you can move on to the next step. My coverage on this pen is looking really good. I'm not going to need another coat. If you felt like it needed another coat of paint, you can cover up your little bucket with some plastic wrap, and that'll last for the 4 hours without drying out. So you can just use the same color. You don't have to worry about remixing it. Next up is to apply the glitter. So you want to grab your glitter glue, and I'm applying to multiples. So I'm just going to squeeze it into a little cup, and you want to grab your paintbrush and get it wet. You want this to be damp. It makes the glue go on a little bit easier. And you just apply glue to the entire pen if you're doing it all the same color. Nice even coat. And you want a piece of paper under where you're working. And you can pour on your glitter, and the excess will go on the paper. Tap off any excess if you tap on your pencil. And I need to let the glitter glue dry for 2 hours. And of course, pour any excess you have back into your glitter container so that you can use it on another project. If you want to make a pen with 2 colors of glitter and a graduated blend the two between, apply the glue all over the pen using a wet paintbrush. Sprinkle on 1 color of the glitter, angling the pen down so the glitter will not fall onto the opposite side. Leave a gap between the 2 colors and then sprinkle on the second color at the opposite end. In a small cup, mix together some of each of the 2 colors of glitter and apply it to the gap. Then let this dry for 2 hours. After your 2 hours is up, if you have any bare patches like I do here, any places where you can see through to the pen, you're going to want to add a second coat of glitter. So you are once again going to get your paintbrush wet, and you want to gently brush the glitter glue on top of the glitter that is already there. Once you have that layer of glitter glue done, there is one more step you could take, and that is to seal the glitter. You would put another layer of glitter glue on top with a wet paintbrush and wait for it to dry for 2 hours. That will keep any of your glitter from shifting around when you add your first layer of top coat. So that would mean that this sort of dark pink here wouldn't travel up here to the white. Now, I don't mind if that happens for mine. It already has a little bit. I like the way that looks. And if you're doing any that are a solid color, you wouldn't really have to do this step. But if you have very clear lines for your glitter, or you don't want it to shift, you want to make sure that you don't end up with any bare patches, then you could seal your glitter at this point. I'm not going to do that, but that would be the step you want to take if that's a concern for you. The next step, if you are not sealing your glitter, is to start applying the top coat, the grand finale top coat. And the goal is to apply enough layers that this glitter doesn't feel like glitter anymore, that it is completely smooth. So what we want to do is apply the top coat. You want to shake it up a little before you start using it. Squeeze some onto your pen. I am going to use my bare finger to apply it. You can use gloves. It washes right off once you're done applying it, so I don't, partly because I find it much easier to feel exactly where my top coat is at. You can feel any spots where it needs more. It needs to feel a little bit slippery. You just want to go all the way around the pen, nice, even, not gloppy, thick coat of the top coat. Make sure you get the top. And before I finish, I am going to start at one side, go all the way up, come all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. I want to make sure the entire pen is covered in a nice, even coat. And we want to put this into our drying rack and let it dry for 2 hours. I am going to check on that pen in a few minutes after it's dried for just a little bit, just to make sure I don't have any drips down the sides, because you definitely don't want it to let it dry with drips, because you'll see those. So if you see a drip, just run your finger up and back down so that it smooths it out, and continue to let it dry. But only do that within the first few minutes, because once it starts to dry, if you touch it, you'll leave fingerprints. One tip I have for you at this point is to keep track of where you're at with all your layers, because what we are going to do is put 3 layers of the top coat on. We're going to do a light sanding of the pen, and then we're going to do another 3 layers of top coat and repeat. I find that my pens are smoothed out. The glitter feels very smooth after about 9 layers of grand finale, but you are going to forget where you were at if you don't write it down. I'm telling you, you think you're not going to because you're thinking about it so much, but you will forget what time you put it on and how long it's been since it dried and how many layers you've put on. After you've applied and waited for 3 layers of grand finale to dry, pop on your mask, lightly sand the glitter and grand finale with 400 grit sandpaper. Next, run water over the sanded area to remove the dust. Immediately after rinsing, completely dry the pen barrel. Then it's time for another round of grand finale layering. From here on forward, you will sand after every 3 layers of grand finale until it's smooth. Once your glitter is smooth, it's time to sand once more and then apply your decal or vinyl. Use Cricut Design Space to create a design and cut it out of vinyl. Weed out any areas you don't want, like the background or the centers of letters. Since these designs tend to be rather small, you might want to use the reverse weeding technique. I'll put a link up here to watch if you need help with this technique. Transfer your design to the pen and it's ready for the next steps. If you're using a UV DTF transfer, just peel the protective layer off the back of the transfer so that the decal is affixed to the transfer tape on top. Center it on your pen barrel and press down. Peel off the transfer tape and it's ready to go. Next up, you need to add more layers of grand finale to smooth out the vinyl or decal. I like my designs to feel completely smooth, so I apply another 9 to 12 layers of grand finale, sanding after every 3. Remove the pencil from the end of your pen barrel. If it sticks at all or won't come out, you can use a Cricut True Control blade or an X-Acto knife to cut into the grand finale, separating it from the pencil. Once I've cut all the way around, I use this metal tool from a sewing tube turning set to push the pencil out from the other end. Now, you need to clean out any grand finale that has found its way into the pen barrel. The barrel needs to be cleaned and smooth so that the pen components can slide properly. Just insert the tip of the blade into the opening and cut away any paint, glitter, or grand finale that have dried inside. You can be fairly aggressive about this because 1, you need it to be completely clean, 2, it won't hurt the pen, and 3, you won't see this part anyway. Put the pen components back into the pen barrel. You need the silver clicker first, the little piece that holds the clicker, the ink, the spring, and then screw on the pen tip. You definitely want to test the pen to make sure it works smoothly. If the ink won't come out when you click it or get stuck, remove the components and do some more cleaning with your blade. You can print out some care cards to include with your pens so that they last a long time for whoever you give them to. I hope you love these as much as I do and find lots of people to gift them to. Happy crafting!